Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm waiting for the simulation.
All right, I wrote a speech. A good speech. All right, I wrote this speech because I didn't show up on Wednesday, but on Tuesday when I was driving home, I actually started voice recording it, so I had to clean it up a little because you know that it's. Hey, I just want to mention that I don't live around here. I live like 2 hours away, so every day for 6 weeks, I've been getting up at like 5 in the morning. I knew this process wasn't going to be easy, but yeah, I've been driving like almost 4 hours every single day, Monday through Friday, for 6 weeks. All right, like if we did the math, that's a lot of time. That I've been committing to this, but I just wanted to say, I remember the first day when I called Danny and I was like, hey, I told him my situation. I was like, look, I'm working at Lockheed Martin right now. I just got my master's degree in business. I'm trying to like dive deep into something. Luckily, my older brother has his own HVAC company in South Florida. He's doing really well over there. And he's like, just do HVAC. You look, because I used to go with him and do installs, maintenance, and I like that. I like the hands-on. I like meeting the customer. I like doing a good job, and I look up to my older brother. So yeah, I was like, let me look at schools, see what's in the area. I saw really up in Jacksonville, there's nothing, right? So I just started researching, and then I saw HVAC Technical Academy, and yeah, I saw it was 5 stars, really good reviews, which I'm definitely gonna leave a review once I'm done with all this. Hopefully the food's good. But yeah, I remember I called Danny, and he welcomed me with open arms. He said, we don't know if we might have room because some people actually dropped out. And I was like, I want to be that guy. I want to be there. And from day one, I told him, he's like, you're gonna run into challenges. You're gonna get pissed off. It's not gonna be a walk in the park. And I'm like, I understand. Trust me. I know what I'm getting myself into. And yeah, I stayed committed, and I'm ready for my speech. All right. That was the appetizer. Okay. That was the appetizer. So you go low appetizer with the food. Oh yeah. All right. So to all, right. It truly amazes me just how a few weeks ago I had no clue what a TXV was, how the refrigerant cycle worked, how to perform troubleshooting or PMs, and I was really not confident to even touch electrical wiring. I thought, I was like, I'm gonna get shocked. But to be honest, I barely ever even picked up a power tool. I'm a white collar worker, right? I worked with top companies. I worked at JP Morgan. I worked at Lockheed Martin. I worked at Darden headquarters over here. But again, I would see my older brother pick up tools, and because they're the ones that my brothers never went to college. I'm the first out of 6 to go to college. The first one in my entire family to get a master's degree. But yeah, they're the ones that found a way to survive. In fact, it truly brings a tear to my eye to know that throughout this journey, I've been growing, I've been learning, working hard with a great group of guys and great group of teachers. All of us here had our fair share of mistakes, breaking things, getting upset, failures, but we also shared our lives. We shared our lessons learned together, found ways to keep pushing forward and learn something new about one another. We persevered through thick and thin, and when we had to work through different styles of personalities, we were like water. On day 1, I knew barely anything about HVAC, and by week 4, everything started to click. But this didn't happen overnight. The reason the instructors are so great is because they care about our development. They want us to not just understand how certain things operate, but the why behind it. That's the value that this program brings, as we will leave here understanding and questioning the why of everything. In this program, if we are not giving 110% effort and only 99%, we have more to give. Not only that, we receive top of the line tools. We receive career guidance. They even looked at our resumes, fixed it, went through different scenarios like interviewing. Also giving us that motivation every day. We also receive discipline and the purpose to not settle to be good, but to be great. When you wake up in the morning every day, you're the only person who can take action in your life and help yourself out. You're the only person who can defend yourself and speak up. You're the only person who has the power to change your life from being stagnant to being a winner. To be someone who is great is to be someone who doesn't listen to the negativity of others, can take feedback and run with it because you wanted it bad enough. You actually try and put in the necessary amount of effort. It's incredible how much you could accomplish if you believe in yourself. And that's when you wake up, you have to go after it for you. No one else, only you. I'm going to be honest because I've experienced a lot of hardships through my life. I've been through so much growing up with nothing. I used to eat out of cans, didn't have food. One time I had to eat, I remember I was eating, what is it called? Those minced onion seasoning. That's how bad it was. But you want to know why some people never become millionaires? It's because they do drugs, they drink heavily, they distract themselves, they stay comfortable, and they are satisfied. And comfort is the goal and achievement and fulfillment killer. Comfort kills your dreams. And if you are comfortable in your life and you're okay with making a few bucks to pay for whatever distraction you want to fulfill, then you should not be comfortable. There's only one person on this earth who can become the person you want to be, and that's you. Nobody else, that's you. We do not know what comes after death. So while we are here, we need to live a fulfilled life. And sitting around not doing anything about it, unhappy, is not a fulfilled life. It's time to rise up. We have goals. We have to achieve them. And, the instructors understand how hard this program can be, trying their best to squeeze years of their experience and knowledge into us in 6 weeks. That's hard. That takes a lot of patience, a lot of respect for the industry. We are the next generation of HVAC professionals, and now it's our time to get out there and show the world that we were trained by Danny, Robert, Chris, and Andrew. Now, I have a few words to say about each and every instructor. Danny taught me how to strive for greatness, always be humble, ethical when things get tough, because they will. Never give up. Robert taught me a lot. He taught me that time is of the essence and don't just understand how, but why. He also told me to take pride in my work. He set the bar, and it's necessary to know that he's an uncommon breed. Someone who refuses to live life just how it is. To keep it simple, not to overcomplicate things, and also to read the instruction manuals. Most importantly, we mess up. Who cares? We mess up. Who cares? But if you make it, he wants that. As long as you make it after you mess up, that's what he wants. He wants us to fail and then get up and do it again. Same thing in real life, same thing here. If you can do this, you can do anything. Chris taught me that excuses and laziness are worse than a drop of hot sauce. It might seem good in the moment, but it'll burn later. That HVAC is more than just a moment, but HVAC is more than just an acronym. It's what you choose to make of it. If you get stuck, you take a step back and look at what you're trying to achieve. You need to think and get it done. Always respect yourself and others and work with integrity. Chris has a good heart. He's a very talented and disciplined person. Andrew told me to be clear on what I'm doing and why, to dig deeper and challenge myself to understand how things work and to think what could be going wrong and why. Andrew will never settle for a superficial answer. He knows how to get it out of you, and he will even get it out of you if we have to go back to continuity 20 times. All in all, Andrew is a hard worker and takes pride in his work. To close off, I wouldn't take any of this back. Each instructor built me, this journey built me, and I'm excited to embark on this long road ahead and know that they didn't waste their breath on me. It'll eventually show up in my work. Last but not least, I learned that Elaine loves turtles. Thank you.